Order number 2, motion, approval of the third basis for revenue allocation among county governments.
Yes, Leader, what is your...
Speaker. Speaker, I did ask for a meeting, for this meeting, as a special sitting for 10 a.m. this morning. Mr. Speaker, and as you can see, my request now, because even the mover is not here, but my request now, Mr. Speaker, is that we consider adjourning.
Order members. Order members. Order members. Order.
Mr. Speaker, I request as the leader of the majority on this side that the meeting be held now on another day, another time, so that we can make conclusions, Speaker. I move, Mr. Speaker.
Order. Yes. Order, senators. Order, senators. Order. There is only one speaker in this Senate. And the chair, the order, and the leader of majority had requested that we have this sitting today. Of course, this is a matter of great concern. Therefore, I want to ask the chair of the committee to hasten this process because it's taking exceedingly long. We must provide leadership. Order, members. Order, members. I'm therefore directing that the House adjourns until Tuesday, 28th July 2020.
Look at what has happened to each people. It's a shame. Since 2013, we've been in that house. Nothing like that has ever happened. The way we have behaved, it's so shameful. And we are always children come and sit in the bag. Imagine. And we give... By the way, mukiogopa. Afadhali muogope tuende. Push. Social distance kidogo. Social distance kidogo. Wewe. The microphone. Ya kwanza kabisa ile ambaye ilifanyika leo ni kitu ambaye hatujaiona katika historia ya bunge. Tukizungumzia zile procedures za bunge, ile swala ambalo majority leader we have shouted at the speaker. Shame. Hata mwenzangu amesema katika kettle dip ile procedure ya ng'ombe kuingia ndani inaingia vizuri kushinda nini na kutoka vizuri kushinda venye tumetoka kwa hii Senate leo. Ni aibu sana ikuwa kuna zile forces kule nje ambazo zinajaribu kufanya nini kutawala hapa. Sisi tumesema kama masenators wa Kenya, hata nikuwa senator wa Narok, mimi ni senator wa Kenya. Na kazi yetu imetulete hapa ni kupigania haki za Wakenya. Ni aibu tukiona kwamba kuna wachache wale wanajaribu kulazimisha. Na unaona, angalia Paja hapo hapa yeye anafaidika, lakini amesema hapana, mimi siwezi kufaidika na Ole Kina Narok wafanye nini wadhulumike. So ile kitu tunaomba ni kwamba lazima wote, na tunamuomba rais ambaye tunamsupport asikize wa senators wanasema nini, asisikize tu kikundi cha watu ambao wanakwenda kule kumdanganya kule. Sisi tunasema hivi baseline, na katika ile mgao wa pesa, hata katika dora Mwaka uliopita wakati tulikuwa tunazungumzia katika ile mediation, tulisema baseline ni ile pesa ambayo county zilipata mwaka uliopita. Tunaanzia hapo. Narok tulipata bilioni 8. You know, ile pesa Nairobi walipata bilioni 15, inaanzia hapo. Ukileta pesa nyingine ni sawa, lakini kama pesa nyingine hatutaipata katika Kenya hii, basi watu hakuna mwenye ataumia.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes. No, the speaker should be impeached. One, because the people who make decisions in the Senate are these senators. The speaker has no vote, and the speaker should have allowed the motion to be moved properly, to be seconded properly, and a vote of the senators who are called from various parts of the country, including the ones who came from Coast, Turkana, Marsabit, to come for this special sitting. It cannot be that the majority leader can call for a special sitting and in a whisper adjourn the House, and the speaker reads something that he did not read incorrigibly, and then say, we go home, come back on Tuesday. We feel as if we are school children, and we are not school children.
Yes.
We are warning Speaker Lusaka. If he doesn't follow the law, we are going to impeach him. We are going to discuss his conduct, because the conduct of the speaker today is unbecoming. And I can repeat it, I am prepared to lose my position as a whip of the Senate, but I cannot stand that sort of thing, because it is a mockery of all these good people and the discussions we have had. We are suspecting is being influenced by people outside this house.
Yep.
This is not a matter which will allow outside influence. And we know there are people peddling names of the executive members, which is a lie. It is a lie. There is no leader in this country who will leave their house and go to Mombasa when Mombasa doesn't have money. And therefore, we are telling them, wherever they are, that they will not unduly influence the Senate. They should look for another place so that influence.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think what's happening is the Senate is becoming hostage to some external forces. This is the third time we are being called here, a special sitting to discuss this formula. And every time is a body. Not because members are not there, because the Senate actually functions because there is a quorum of the senators and we have an agenda moved. Now what has happened today actually is actually a matter of justice. Because senators were there, we are prepared actually to move the bill, but I think what has happened was a scandal. The speaker has allowed himself to be used, to be misused, to actually trample down on the Constitution and the Senate standing order. It's not acceptable. I think going forward, we ask the speaker either to change or actually get out of the place, because it is very serious. The way our colleague is saying, I think it's time we consider about the leadership of the House, both the leadership of the majority side and the speaker himself. They are let down, and in fact we can't accept this. This country must go forward. There are no counties are meant to lose. No countries are born to gain. What people are trying to do is now, because they are saying that the gainers must go ahead. We don't want anybody to be gainers, anybody to be losers. This is the Senate of Kenya, and we want this to happen. So the speaker must be on notice. Thank you.
You've been very vocal about the matter and just how much effects it will have on your county.
At the beginning, which was also something that really annoyed the House. Number two, we've been actually postponing our recess just simply because of this third generation formula. And we had about 4 sittings to decide on this formula that has been actually adjourned, which clearly means that we are denying Kenyans their right as far as CRA, the formula, the third generation formula to be passed, which is not right. We had the numbers today to make sure that that motion doesn't go through, because every time we have that motion coming up, it's adjourned simply because those who are actually pushing for this agenda, they don't have the numbers. Clearly, it's important that the majority should be listened to. And again, this formula is actually unfair. It's marginalizing most of the counties that are actually marginalized over the years. What I really wanted to share with the public is that the revenue we have that is shareable right now is 316.5 billion. And there is nothing that is added to the current formula that is going to be shared. And for as long as the revenue is not increased, then the formula that is being used or being presented or being fronted by some people is going to marginalize most of the counties. For example, if I may give a county like Isiolo, where they are using the area, they have removed actually the percentage on the area and put it on the population, which clearly shows that they don't actually understand what is going around in those specific counties where we are looking at the area coverage. Because you can look at the population in Nairobi, but we also have a lot of wear and tear and also a distance covered in terms of service delivery. If you walk maybe 10 kilometers from here in Nairobi County, you will have seen, for example, their health centers, their dispensary and all that. But in our areas, you travel thousands of kilometers to give that service delivery, where they don't even have that particular service. And I think it is important those who sit up here and make a decision to really look at the dynamics of the counties and make a decision as far as those counties are concerned. So for me, the formula that is actually tabled by the committee is a formula that is unjust, is a formula that is going to marginalize most of the counties. For example, my county, our budget right now is 4.2 billion. And if 869 million is going to be taken away from the Isiolo County budget, which clearly means we don't have anything as far as development is concerned. It means for us we should actually close that county and go home. So those dynamics, we need to look at it. But I think what happened today is really very sad. We were here to make sure that we have passed that formula. And I think it is important. We support the president and his agenda. But I think this formula is something that is going to affect devolution in this country. And the principles of devolution will be affected by this formula if it is forced down our throats.
Thank you very much.
Mfumo ule ambao tunaona huko sawa kabisa ni kwamba ikiwa hakutakuwa na masikizano, kwa tumesema kama hivi sasa, ile formula ama ule ugavi wa zile pesa ambazo zimeletwa kwa mwaka huu, tuweze kuona kwamba zile bilioni 600 zimegawanywa kama vile tunagawanya kawaida kila mwaka, hata mwaka huu usigawanye hivyo hivyo, na alafu kufikia mwaka ujao na kuendelea vile ambavyo tutakuwa tumesikizana, ni kwamba hesabu itaongezeka kwa kila mtu, lakini wale wenzetu kulingana na ile ugavi wa hesabu ya zile CRA utakuwa na mabadiliko kidogo, ili hakuna kaunti ambayo itapoteza pesa. Kila mtu atakuwa akipata nyongeza na wale wengine watakuwa wakipata nyongeza zao. Kwa hiyo huo ndio ugavi ambao sisi tunasema ndio msimamo ambao tumechukua kama maseneta. Hivi sasa tukiangalia tunaona kwamba katika maeneo kama Turkana ambayo kuna shida zaidi, maeneo kama Marsabit, maeneo kama Isiolo, maeneo kama Narok, maeneo kama Wajir, maeneo kama Mandera, maeneo kama Garissa, maeneo kama Kitui, maeneo kama Tana River, maeneo kama Lamu, maeneo kama Nyamira, maeneo kama Kilifi, maeneo kama Mombasa, maeneo kama Makueni, maeneo kama Taita Taveta, na maeneo yote ambayo yote hayo maeneo tunaongea ni kwamba yameweza kupoteza pesa katika huu mgao. Hakuna seneta ambaye anataka kuja hapa na kazi yake kubwa ni kutafutia kaunti yake pesa. Leo huyo seneta akirudi nyumbani katika ule ugavi wa pesa, ikiwa kaunti yake haikupata pesa, atasema nini? Atawaambia watu wake namna gani? Hiyo ndio tunapinga, na tumesema tutaipinga leo, tutaipinga kesho, tutaipinga kesho kutwa, tutaipinga mgomo, tutaipinga hata kija siku. Lazima haki itendeke, kila mtu apate katika ule ugavi, apate sehemu yake ambayo atapeleka katika kaunti yake. Sisi kama
mimi ni mmoja wao wa wale maseneta ambao wanaenda kufaidika katika formula hii ya CRA, lakini kama seneta wa Kenya inasema kwamba haitakuwa vyema kwamba kaunti yangu ya Kakamega ipate na kaunti zingine 20 zipoteze. So mimi kama Mkenya kwanza nasema ni lazima tukuje na formula ambayo kaunti zote zitafaidika, Kakamega ikiwemo. Lakini mimi kama seneta wa kaunti ya Kakamega sitaunga mkono nikiona kaunti kama wakina Kwale, Kilifi, Mombasa wakipoteza na kaunti ya Kakamega pekee yake inafaidika. So sisi tumesema tutasimama na Kenya nzima na wale wetu ambao wanapoteza kuhakikisha kwamba formula yoyote ambayo inakuja katika Senate ni formula ambayo inafaidi wa Kenya na sio kaunti kidogo ambavyo vile wamepropose katika CRF.
Asante. Tunaweza kuona kwa baadhi ya maseneta wamekerwa na uamuzi wa speaker kusitisha mkutano ambao Wakenya wengi wamekuwa.
There we lose 2 billion shillings. 2 billion shillings will be a lot of money. People's salaries, the operational maintenance will be affected. A county like Mombasa, which has got a lot of staff actually where they have inherited from local government. I think their budget for development is about 2 billion shillings. If now if you reduce that thing by 1.6 billion, where do they take where will they go? So actually, the thing is, in national justice, you are not supposed to lose what you have. You only gain. In our fight for different revenue bill, when you are talking between counties and national government, we want always the county government to money to increase. We want that increment to be upheld. So in the same point, you cannot say then counties must lose. The idea of I must lose, you must gain, that is wrong. What we are coming up with the formula we are coming with the amendment to Sagaja had was to make sure nobody loses and progressively we win. So it's a win-win situation. But some forces somewhere don't want that, and that's why they are sabotaging the things to the Senate, and Senate is too for them. We will decide henceforth that we cannot be held hostage by some forces, some dark forces in this country. I thank you.
Thank you. The gross violation of our constitution that's going on with this basis of resource allocation. When the preamble of our constitution says we the people, are people of northern Kenya people? Are people of coast? So we the people, and people who are saying that the executive said this are lying. I don't believe that any executive would have told them to come and peddle these kinds of things. I come from Isiolo County. With this formula or the basis, 25% of the county resources will go. What does that mean? That no services will be provided to the people. And so we the people, the constitution did not say we the people that live in a certain county. It said we the people of Kenya. And our president is the president of the Republic of Kenya. And therefore anybody purporting to be coming to say this, that the basis was endorsed, is not telling the truth. Because I know the emissaries that are going around don't have to look in a certain way. I could be the emissary for the president. And what I know for a fact is that the president stands for this country. The president is the #1 protector of our constitution, and that and he is part of the axis, the force, the we, right? So today we are very disappointed, not because of anything, but this is a house of procedure. The procedure was not followed in adjourning us today. This is a house of rules. No rules was followed, and the rules were thrown to the.
Tunataka usawa katika nchi yetu. Wakati rais anapopigania awe na legacy ya usawa na kuleta watu.
What inspired the Senate to do?
Yeah, thank you. I think for me today we made history in the sense that we passed 3 bills which have been pending before the House. We had 3 bills, one include the IBC bill, which has been pending there for many years. For me, it's a reflection of a House working very hard. Just like the other time we met, there were so many bills that we were able to process. I think for the first time in the history of Senate, we processed 7 bills and the President signed them into law. So again today, there is nothing new that happened. It was only that Senate made history by processing so many bills. As to the third generation formula, again, we need to continue debating, discussing. We are going to come up with a settlement. We only have divergent opinions. As a Senate, we prefer we have a consensus, and therefore for me, it was just positive progress.
Even the fact that the Speaker adjourned the session sort of unceremoniously, as we saw members jeering and shouting.
This is not the first time the Speaker is doing so. Even last time there was an application by James Orengo, Senator for Siaya, to adjourn the House. I can tell you even previously, we took out that matter to the other paper to give parties more time to continue negotiating. I think that application or a motion to adjourn the House suits every county, particularly the so-called losing counties, because it would have been more disastrous. You go, you vote, you have senators going home feeling dejected. We want to ensure we come up with a middle ground where no county feels dejected and where there is justice to each and every citizen of this country. I want to assure the country that there is no intention to marginalize any region. Jubilee government and His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, they derive support in every corner of this country, and therefore those who are saying that we are bringing this report with a view to marginalize anyone is not true. We want to ensure we come up with the best proposal.
Maybe one last one. There are senators now who are threatening to, of course, bring a motion to discuss the conduct of the Speaker and threatening an impeachment removal from office.
With all due respect, of course, that's their democratic right, but I can tell you they're going to fail. The Speaker has been very neutral, he has been very magnanimous, he gives every person a chance. The Speaker does not make any decision, he only acts as a referee. It is us as senators who ultimately make the decision, and the Speaker will not be there when we shall be voting. So therefore, they should not direct any anger towards him, it should be directed to their fellow colleagues, and therefore let everyone know the government is doing its very best to ensure we have a consensus and we don't split the Senate. Thank you.
Thank you very much.